Hi guys, today I'm here with a kind of full face first impressions or a get ready with me using a whole bunch of products that are new to me. Some of the things you would have seen featured in my recent haul, which I will link to down below, along with things that I've received through PR. These are things I purchased on Black Friday. They go back as far as that, things I got around at Christmas time. Basically just anything new that I've gotten in makeup lately. I want to put it on my face and you can let me know down below what you'd like to see more about. I of course plan to do a blog post on a lot of this, so I will link to that down below as well, but let's get started. I'm gonna get started with primer, and you are always asking me for primer recommendations and I just cannot pull through because I haven't tried that many that really blow my mind, so I've been doing a little bit of research. This one I'm gonna try from Rodial. It is their Instaglam Airbrush Primer. I'm gonna put this all over my face. Let me know down below what your favorite primers are, especially if you have oily skin. I'm curious to know. I love the Makeup Forever one, the mattifier, but I don't know, I put them on and I kind of forget, and I need to do like side-by-side comparisons maybe to really tell if they do anything for me. This feels really nice on the skin, seems to be sinking in quite well, and it has like a lotion silicone feel. It's kind of somewhere in the middle. Then in the center of my face, where it tends to get much oilier, I'm going to be trying out the Benefit Porefessional Matte Rescue. This seems quite big. It's got 1.6 fluid ounces in here. Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Primer in the mouth. Oh, this is like a gel texture. Looks blue, but it's clear, of course. Again, not a super silicone-y primer, just feels like a gel, feels really good on the skin, kind of cooling actually. From Dior, they have released a lip scrub, which is really exciting because my lips are super dry and chapped. It is a sweet exfoliating balm as a part of their Dior Addict line. And what's interesting about this is that the sugar just dissolves. So this is the kind of thing you can keep in your purse. It doesn't necessarily need to be for like a makeup prep. It doesn't have a ton of sugar in it, and it's meant to be used like on the go. It will dissolve and then hydrate your lips as well. For foundation today, it's going to be the L'Oreal Total Cover Foundation. I'm wearing this in the shade 310. I could not find 309 anywhere when I was trying to buy this over the Christmas holidays, and I've been wearing it a bit. Still not totally sure how I feel about it. Definitely don't like it applied with a sponge, so I'm just going to dab this on my face. Super thick, moussey texture. And I'm going to be using this guy. This is an Eloise Rose Gold brush, and it is beautiful. It's gigantic, this huge teardrop shape. So let's see what happens. I've never used like any of these super popular dense brushes. I really like that. On this side of my face, I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush, which I have been obsessed with. It was in my December favorites, and it just does such a good job and super cheap. I'm going to bring you guys in now so I can do my eyes. I'm using the Makeup Forever Pro Sculpting Brow Palette, and also for coverage, I feel like I got about the same coverage with the brush, both brushes. And then I'm also going to be using the Colored Rain Queen of Hearts palette, which is just stunning, but I don't know how much fallout I'm going to get, so I want to do my eyes first and then come back to my face. I'm going to use the brush that comes with this kit and see what it does. It's got a little spoolie and then an angle as well. I haven't used a brow powder in quite a while. I've been really on the pencil thing, but powder is where my heart was for a long time. And when I was swatching these powders earlier, they were really nice, super smooth and not too pigmented, because with brow products, like, it's not like it's an eyeshadow, right? Like, you want it to have enough pigment, but you're really like just kind of bulking up your brows a lot of the time, and you don't want there to be too much in there. Just gonna take a little bit of that wax on the spoolie. I guess that's the best way to do it. Ooh, I do like this wax though. The brush is good. It's not just like a crappy throw-in, it definitely is usable. On to this eyeshadow palette, which is just absolutely stunning. I've never used anything from Colored Rain before. I've always been curious about their liquid lipsticks, but just kind of hard to get your hands on in Canada. So I'm going to go ahead and put some of this Royal Prerogative in the crease. If you want swatches and to like see a close-up of the palette, I will link to my haul down below, and you can get a better look at it. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure Colored Rain is a Black-owned makeup company, and it really reflects in their palette because nothing is like too light. It's just got the perfect amount of like transition shades. It's perfect, but I definitely think it could work for all skin tones. This shade Air just really speaks to the fact that this palette is well suited towards darker skin tones, because there's always like a matte white or like this really light creamy shade, but this is just like a little bit more peach in it, and it's perfect. It's really nice for like a lid shade, which a creamy lid shade for me is hard to find, but this one is great. Your Majesty, oh baby, look at that. And it's a foiled shade, but it's like not super flaky, it's still quite soft. And then I'm gonna go in with this other foiled shade. It's in the shade Noblewoman. And the whole palette is vegan, except for one shade in here, Ladyship. I'm pretty sure a lot of purples aren't vegan because they like have to put crushed up bugs or something gross in there. And not like actual crushed up bugs. I don't know, I'm probably misleading you, but something like that. Not vegan, either way. So I'm gonna put that Air shade under my brow bone, and I don't know if you can tell, but it's just a perfect highlight. Like a lot of the time my brow bone highlight is just not right, and this is perfect. I don't have any new liner or mascara to show off, so I'm going to put that on and then I will zoom you out and we will get to the rest of the face. Ignore this eye looking a little bit messed up. I went to wipe away like a little bit of fallout and I had the foiled eyeshadow on my finger, so I foiled my under eye by accident. Tried to clean it up, but let's move on to concealer. I'm going to use the Shape Tape from Tarte under my eyes. I've used this a couple times and I've really been enjoying it. And then I'm also going to use the Smashbox Studio Skin to highlight the rest of my face. And this stuff is like super hyped up, but with good reason. I think it's crazy high coverage. So you definitely only need a tiny little bit. Let me know if you've ever used it to actually contour, because that's what it's also supposed to be for. I'm gonna actually try out this brush, because it's supposed to be like for everything, or like a lot of your cream products. Huh. Even though it looks gigantic, it's like in this teardrop shape, so it does a good job. I'm surprised. To set my under eye and my face, I'm going to be using the NYX No Filter powder. I have really been liking this to set my under eye. Super smooth powder. I'm going to use the shade under my eyes, Caramel Beige, which is number 9. I've never used it to set my face though, but I took this home with me for Christmas, and I used it for like a week straight and really enjoyed it. Has like a little bit of color, but a great drugstore powder, I think. To set my face, I'm using the next shade up. I think that if you have normal or dry skin, you would not need to set this L'Oreal foundation. Not at all. Like, I actually got away with not powdering it since I've been testing it out, and that never happened, so it definitely dries down super matte. Actually, if you have dry skin, I don't even think you'd like it. Moving on to bronzer, I'm going to be using this fancy guy. It is the Guerlain Terracotta Bronzer in 03 Natural Brunette. When I purchased this, I had no idea that it had shimmer in it, but let's try it anyways. It looks quite warm, like a true bronzer. And as I mentioned, I think in my Best in Beauty, I'm really intrigued by bronzers, and especially for my skin tone, because it can be really tricky to find one. I do like it though. For blush, I'm going to use the Papa Don't Peach blush. I've got a full video using the Peach collection, and I've been using this blush a ton. I really, really like it. Haven't really been reaching for the face palette, but this blush I'm really enjoying. For highlight, I finally got my hands on the Anastasia So Hollywood highlight. I've wanted this for like a year. I finally came back in stock during Black Friday, and I shipped it to my friend in the States, and then when we were in Newfoundland together over Christmas, she gave it to me, and so excited. It's super pretty. Like, look at that. I'm gonna blend that out, but I mean, it's like a light beam on my face. It's insane. I always see people like highlighting like right here, so I'm gonna do it too. And I'm going in with a very dense brush, just because like I'm filming and I want to like show you guys how hardcore it can be, but obviously it can go on a lot less intense, but it is quite a hardcore highlighter. Just gonna run some of the orange and one of the darker shades from the palette under my eyes. And I'm using the Tarteist, like a deluxe sample of it. I've got a full size too, but I've been liking this. For lips, Makeup Forever has new lip liners out, and their Aqua lips are my favorite ever. These are their high precision lip pencils. This one's in the shade 13. Back to Dior from their spring line. This is in the shade Distinct Matte, and it's a great like stony shade. Oh, the formula is stunning. It's insane. So here is the finished look. I basically really like everything that I tried, which isn't always the case, but I'm really happy with the way that this look came out. But of course, let me know down below what you would like to see more on. This is a great way for me to get some feedback from you guys, and then that way I know exactly what you'd like me to chat about a little bit further. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to connect with me, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat at SamanthaJaneYT, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!